David, tell me what the future looks like. Particularly in this episode, I want to talk about the future of healing since I work in the healing arts. And when I was in high school and college, honestly, my profession as a teacher and guide didn't really exist. I mean, I picked up Eckhart Tolle's book, and he was a teacher, but they were much more few and far between. There was no YouTube or podcasting, anything like that. And as I lived in India and studied Vedanta and different traditions, I was like, I want to do this for a living, but how? Where do I go? When I was 17, I read this book called The Celestine Prophecy. I think it's by James Redfield. If you've never read it, you should totally pick it up. It's awesome. And I believe towards the end of the book, he talks about the future, the way he sees it as human beings sitting underneath 500-year-old trees, meditating and healing being a bigger part of the economy. And I love that idea. Let's all just sit under trees and meditate and heal each other. In late 2019, I took a group to the Kingdom of Bhutan. A lot of people ask me where that is. It's in between China and Nepal, right in the Himalayas, and it's an incredible place. And our group sat in the forest and we meditated with these incredible trees, and it was so healing. And yes, we all had to pay to go there. Actually, just to be in the Kingdom of Bhutan, you have to pay hundreds of dollars to the government every day just to be in their country. That's how they protect it. And I think a lot of the 20th century for Western society was about accumulation of wealth. But I've worked with a lot of high performers in many different fields. And what I found with many of them, if not all of them actually, is when they reach a certain peak kind of success, whether it's monetary fame, whatever it is, they realize, oh, this is it. This isn't that fulfilling. And they start to look inwards and want to deepen into themselves and transform themselves. And I think that is the future. So in Western society, many of us have accumulated like material goods. I mean, even a poor person living in America today has more than 99% of people throughout all of human history. We lived in the 1700s. You're probably just eating gook, every meal was kind of the same. And so we reach a certain point where relatively on the survival level, we're okay, or maybe we accumulated a lot of wealth and then we start asking those bigger, deeper questions. And I think the future of hopefully our economy and our planet is we start exchanging with healing and growth more and more. And you're already seeing that. I had a teacher and a healer friend of mine when I used to live in Hawaii. He was so amazing at his work, and I remember he used to charge $80 for like an hour and a half, real deep work with people. And a bunch of times people would be like, he charges $80? That's too much. I remember thinking, didn't you just spend like $150 on your steak dinner the other night? This guy's helping you heal this childhood trauma you've held for decades. And what is that worth to you? And I think we're starting to see that shift, that it's okay to charge, it's okay to have some kind of exchange, and that healing and growth really have value. And I hope that the future has more of that and less just this accumulation of wealth. Now, I know there's this resistance to like, well, this growth and healing, this stuff should be free. And I hope one day we live in a different world where it is. But as long as we live in a world where we exchange money as a medium for goods and services, it's going to be a thing. And we really want to honor the people that do that and do a good job of it. And in the healing world right now, there's like no regulation, right? You can become like a Reiki master in a weekend and teach any spiritual stuff you want online. And there's no one to tell you otherwise. There's no regulating body or anything. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword. There's this freedom and growth happening. And then there's also a lot of stuff out there that maybe isn't very grounded or healthy or safe, and it could be difficult to navigate. And for my students in meditation school, I give them like a guide list of healers and therapists, people I really know and trust in that one-on-one space that they can go to. I can't share it with everyone because they'll just be totally overwhelmed. But anyone as a member in meditation school, they get that. And I always say, I know if you're like, oh, it's so unfair to have to pay for this stuff. Again, it's kind of the way the world is at the moment. But I always tell everyone, if you can't afford anything that I do or teach, except a retreat, because I have to pay the retreat center, email me, message me, and we'll get you in there, for free or low cost, whatever it works for you. So we never turn anyone away, but there is a reality of the way the system functions at the moment, for better or for worse. So my hope and the way I see the future unfolding is more healing in our economy, more focus on personal growth and development. And I think the world's going to be a much better place. And we'll be sitting and meditating under 500-year-old trees. Yay! As long as we take care of our trees. Please take care of our trees. Thank you all so much for being here. I'll see you in the future where it'll still be this moment. Till next time, enjoy yourself.